Introduction to Ted Bundy. When you think of America's most chilling serial killers, Ted Bundy is often at the top of the list, not just because of his horrific crimes, but because of who he was. Bundy didn't fit the image of a monster. He was clean-cut, educated, charming, and even worked at a suicide prevention hotline. But beneath that carefully crafted image was a man hiding some of the most twisted, violent urges imaginable. From coast to coast, Bundy left a trail of deception, abductions, and brutal murders, often targeting young women who saw him as harmless until it was too late. His crimes, escapes, and manipulative charm stunned the nation and reshaped how we understand psychopathy and evil itself. Here are the most shocking and detailed facts about the man who managed to fool almost everyone until justice finally caught up. Background and early life. Birth name, Theodore Robert Cowell. Birth date, November 24th, 1946. Place, Burlington, Vermont, at the Elizabeth Lund Home for Unwed Mothers. Raised by his grandparents. Initially, he believed his mother, Eleanor Louise Cowell, was his sister until later in life. Family deception. This deception about his parentage is believed to have had a psychological impact on him. Education. Attended several colleges: University of Puget Sound, University of Washington, UW, and briefly law school at the University of Utah. Studied psychology at UW and was considered a bright student. Worked for a time at a suicide hotline, where co-worker Ann Rule, later a true crime author, noted his calm demeanor and helpful nature. Personality and psychological profile. Bundy was considered a classic sociopath-psychopath. Charming, manipulative, emotionally detached. Lacked empathy but could mimic it. Highly intelligent and obsessed with control and power. Modus operandi, MO. Often faked injuries, arm in a sling, using crutches, to appear vulnerable. Asked women for help, then abducted them. Killed in both secluded areas and in places like sorority houses. Often returned to crime scenes to engage in acts of necrophilia. Collected trophies, sometimes body parts, such as heads. Victims. Estimated victims, 30, confessed. Actual number may be higher. Targeted young white women, often college students. Physical pattern, slim, brunette, parted hair, often resembling his ex-girlfriend, Stephanie Brooks. Notable victims: Linda Ann Healy, first confirmed murder, 1974, Seattle. Jorgan Hawkins, Janice Ott, and Denise Nasland, all abducted in Washington in 1974. Carol DeRonch, escaped from Bundy, key witness in Utah trial. Lisa Levy and Margaret Bowman, Chi Omega sorority house victims, Florida State University, 1978. Kimberly Leach, 12. Final confirmed victim. Abduction and murder led to death sentence. Escapes and capture. First escape, June 1977. Leaped from a second-story courthouse window in Aspen, Colorado. Captured after 6 days in the wilderness. Second escape, December 1977. Escaped from Garfield County Jail by crawling through a light fixture hole in the ceiling. Traveled to Florida using stolen cars and IDs. Arrest, trials, and execution. Florida trial, Chi Omega murders. Bundy served as his own defense attorney, using his charm and legal knowledge. Despite some courtroom drama he proposed to a witness during trial, he was convicted on strong physical evidence, including bite marks. Sentencing. Sentenced to death for the Kimberly Leach murder. Spent nearly 10 years on death row. Eventually began confessing to crimes in hopes of delaying execution. Execution. Date January 24, 1989. Method: electric chair. Old Sparky. Crowds cheered outside the prison, holding signs and fireworks. Cultural impact. Bundy became a media sensation, partly because of his clean-cut image. He changed how people viewed serial killers, not as monsters hiding in shadows, but as seemingly normal people. Inspired massive media coverage and books. The Stranger Beside Me, by Anne Rule, who worked with Bundy. Netflix's Conversations with a Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes. 2019 biopic, extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile. Zac Efron as Bundy. Interesting, chilling facts. He scored above average on IQ tests, folks. Bundy once described himself as the most cold-hearted son of a bitch you'll ever meet. Claimed possession by a demon or entity was responsible for his urges. He was considered a master manipulator, even got engaged on the stand in court, marriage loophole via Florida law. Despite being on death row, Bundy continued to correspond with fans and journalists, keeping up a public persona. Conclusion. Ted Bundy's story isn't just about a serial killer, it's a dark reminder that evil can wear a friendly face. His ability to manipulate, charm, and deceive allowed him to carry out horrific crimes in plain sight, and his actions continue to fascinate and disturb people decades later. What makes Bundy so terrifying isn't just what he did, it's how ordinary he appeared while doing it. He forced society to confront the uncomfortable truth that the most dangerous individuals may not always look the part. Bundy's legacy lives on in law enforcement training, psychological studies, true crime media, and in the lessons he left behind. Never underestimate the power of manipulation, and always trust your instincts, because sometimes the real monsters don't hide in the dark. They smile. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome facts and fun content. Got a specific topic you'd love to learn more about? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.